Hello everyone and welcome to Samadhi. Today is Monday, April 29th, our last day of the month for allowing, which is the theme that we picked for the month of April. And we're back in Yuma and ready to start our week off with lots of enthusiasm. So we're going to have Michael do the welcome.
So welcome everybody this beautiful day. Welcome to Samadhi, where it's not about positivity. It's not about negativity. It's about authenticity. It's about rawness. It's about genuineness. It's about realness. We're talking about deeper realness. The part of you that is desiring and is waiting to unfold. The parts of you that has new and authentic ideas and inspirations and fulfillment, to come to fulfill your purpose, to come to fulfill your passion, your calling, what you were called here to do from the moment of your birth. So here at Samadhi, you're welcomed. Whatever you've done, wherever you've been, whatever you haven't done, wherever you haven't been, it doesn't matter. Here at Samadhi, you're welcomed in the neutral space of Samadhi, where it's about being centered, it's about being grounded, it's about being confident in your foundation of knowing who you are. Because that is our intention with Samadhi, to inspire you, to remind you, to shake you up a little bit, to awaken you to your truth. Because this is about you. Thank you for joining us. Now before we begin, I would love to say today's topic is allow true faith by living your faith. Listen on how to align and allow authentic faith. To not run blindly in life waiting for something. Allow authentic, infinite, divine love, peace, and wisdom that is yours now into your life now. So, before we begin, let's take a deep, centering breath of presence, of awareness. And just allow yourself to let go. And each time a thought comes in, just let it go. Just appreciate the thought no matter what it is. Don't judge it. Appreciate the thought. Thank it, and then back to your breath. And then your breath will lead you to your center. So let's do this now. Take a deep centering breath. And appreciate that breath. Appreciate life that is happening in every moment. It is happening in this moment. This moment right now. The abundance of life is happening. The wisdom of life is flowing. The life is breathing through you. Allow it. Let go and allow. Ali?
Well, so as I said in the beginning, if you weren't with us, this is the last day of April where we were doing our videos. Tomorrow the 30th, and so that's it for April. We go into May. Oh my goodness, that's gone pretty fast. So being the last day, Michael and I agreed that it's important to talk about that subject on faith and to really see the true faith. Are we living it? Because we can easily say we have faith, and it's easy to say with your mouth that you have faith, but how do we take it within ourselves? How do we really put that to work? And I love the way Michael explained it. Do you want to go ahead and start, sweetheart, on the way that you explained it with?
Yeah, I'm just starting a little watch party here.
This is the only thing, guys, and especially Instagram viewers, we apologize, but we are on Facebook and then also recording for YouTube. And it is a little distracting sometimes when we're on the job doing the video and at the same time doing our best to share with everyone. Why are we still doing this? Because until you send us notifications or until you say that you want to be notified by our Samadhi page, not a lot of people can find us when we go live unless they've liked that. So we want to be fair to everyone and share So Michael does that watch party, and then he starts sharing and sharing and sharing. So you might get double.
Can you invite people as I'm sharing?
Well, sometimes, that's what I just said. Sometimes we invite you double because he's inviting you on the watch party. I'm over here inviting you in Messenger. So please be kind enough to have patience with us until we are able to not perfect this, because you know what? We just go with our hearts and do the best that we can. But I know that when we have a subject as important as today on faith, it can be a little distracting when we're sharing. So we need to figure out a way how we're going to do this without being distracted by allowing you to have the video. So maybe sometimes, oh, and I'm just getting a phone call.
Go ahead and answer.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah. Tell her we're
Hello.
live.
Hi.
One of our students is calling us.
I'm doing great, sweetie. I just called you to let you know we're going live, and I'm actually talking to you right now as we
basically-
are live. So, okay. I think I sent you the link on your text because we are on the Samadhi page. So just make sure you go find us on the Samadhi page. But I sent you the link
Just take a moment
to
to
your
breathe.
text.
Just take a moment to breathe, and let's just be present. Laurie McNeil, thank you for joining us. Blessings. This topic is a very, very important topic.
Let me see.
And
Oh, what time did you want to start? It's 9:40 right now. So
so
probably
this
about
topic
another
is
20
a
minutes.
very, very important topic, and we're
Okay.
sharing with our students
right.
so she can
Okay.
watch this topic.
You're welcome, sweetie. Bye-bye. I love you too. Bye-bye. It's a perfect example. That was very muchly needed because this person doesn't know really how to find us. And I had just finished saying, some of you don't realize of the Samadhi page. So thank you for your patience as I took care of business by showing that kindness and allowing her to, it was important for them to be able to watch.
Yes.
So
the message today is very important because I was thinking about what we should talk about today because we just flow. That's the thing, that the videos you're getting from Samadhi, it's not something that we, pre-plan to say what videos we're going to share because we want to be, like set it up so it all just flows together. We believe that, we learn from life. So whatever we're living through, whatever we life reflects to us, we want to share with you guys. So you guys are getting hands-on experience from us, that what we experience, we share on these videos. We don't have some cookie cutter thing that we want to just share because it sounds good. We let life reveal to us what is it the collective needs to hear, and more intimately, what is it that I'm hearing, that I'm experiencing, that the collective can benefit from. So we hope you enjoyed today's video because it is a very, very, like I said, it's a very important video. It's a very controversial video because we're going to talk about true faith. And true faith, and if you're religious, if you have a belief system, this is not going to affect your belief. This is not going to offend your belief unless you're waiting for something. That's the only way that what we're going to share today is going to really make somebody uncomfortable, because we've been taught that we should wait for our happiness, that we should earn our happiness, that we should earn our worthiness, that we should wait for our wholeness. And the thing about it is, why wait? I just sent a message to someone this morning. It was part of the inspiration of what I'm sharing today, and I want to share that message with you guys. And actually they said that they were actually going to watch the video, so shout outs to you. So basically this person was saying, I hope this happens. And this is what I wrote. I said, don't hope, believe, which is believe, but believe by living and acting as if it is already done. That is what we teach, remind, reflect to our students, that the majority walk with blind faith. Power of Spirit is working through you as you, right now. Oh, typo. Apologize. When you watch this video, you're going to see the typo. Don't wait for it to work for you, for you will wait for God, Spirit, Source forever, like most blindly do. This is kindly. Shoot. Okay. Forever like most blindly do. Know, like truly know, God is, and God takes care of the rest. And I just said we're about to do a video. So that's really what I wanted to share, because I wanted to reread that. Because how many of us walk blindly waiting for something to happen, but not developing the skill that is really going to awaken true faith? See, when you work on a skill, and I want to give an example of someone who starts any craft, any trade, any practice in life, you're not going to have faith the first day. You're not going to know that you can do something. You're going to be nervous. You're going to be insecure. You're going to be doubtful, because when you start something, it's unknown. But the more you practice it, the more you develop a skill towards it. And when you develop a skill towards it, you have faith because you know what you can do. Just like a small example that came to me was of a baseball player. A baseball player has to practice. Shout outs to Daniel. Our amazing brother and professional Daniel Arroyo, professional baseball player, which we send him love and blessings in Florida. But when you practice baseball, I mean, you're not going to be able to hit a home run the first day. You're gonna strike out many times. And if you study the home run kings, they are the biggest strikeouts. They strike out a lot because they go for it. They don't wait for it. And see, here's the thing that I want to share with you. The more you practice and you just take action without not knowing the results, you will see your faith build. This is true faith. Faith is stepping into something not knowing what's going to happen. Faith isn't stepping into something, oh, when I feel better about it. Faith isn't stepping into something, oh, because somebody's going to take care of me, or something's going to take care of me. No. True faith, and that's why meditation to me is the greatest act of faith. Because when you quiet yourself and you don't know what's going to come out of that, there's a leap of faith that must happen. Because when you stand in the silence, you will experience more than you can ever even imagine. But even speaking for myself, when I started, I was like, oh shoot, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. And I was being criticized by the own thoughts in the head, and I felt like I wasn't doing good enough. So a lot of us give up, and we're 3 feet from gold when we're about to experience something, because it seems like our faith isn't producing. And it's not that your faith isn't producing, it's that you must build the skill so you can experience what true faith is about. And that's just my take on faith, because when we walk blindly with faith, we're going to wait forever for something to happen and not developing the skill and the mindset and the habitual pattern of how you respond to life, instead of waiting for something to happen and still responding the same way. Meaning anger, the sadness, the frustration, the guilt, the resentment. We're waiting for something to take it away when we're not building the skill set of disciplining the mind by taking physical, mental action to quiet the senses, to master oneself, to build the faith, and to feel that oneself is always for oneself. You'll feel that. So, Ali?
Well, you said it. It's like, how do I come in after this with such a profound subject? I really believe that when we really focus our energy, our attention on what is important to us, that faith, even if it may seem to the world that we're not focused on it, whatever your situation is, if it's finances, if it's relationships, be it with your children, significant other, parents, whatever, it may not seem that you are focused on that at the moment that you're going through it. And to make sense of it, For example, if you're going through a situation with one of your children, but you don't have a straight communication with them at the moment, sometimes it's necessary. Either if the parent or the child decided, I'm going to spend time on myself. I'm going to put some distance between us because there's maybe something I need to work on. It doesn't mean you don't have faith that that child or that adult child, I'm not talking little ones, if it's a relationship or any relationship for that matter, a best friend that you may have not talked to in weeks, and you're like, oh shoot, I need to call her, I need to call him, and you're not doing it. Sometimes it's pride, sometimes it's fear, but if you're really working on faith and you know what you know in your heart, you know you haven't lost that individual. You know that it's not a matter of, oh, they don't care about me or I don't care about them. It's about the time that you need for your process and having the faith that the work that you're doing for yourself within is going to bring what is really in your heart. And deep down inside, we all want to have a great relationship with our children, with our parents, with our significant other, with our best friends. Of course we do. But sometimes we allow that life that throws rocks at us, the storms, to blind us a little bit, and we think, oh no, the relationship is destroyed. It can never be destroyed. You'll always have that connection with that other human being. It's just, how are you using your energy, your time, to work within yourself and going into that polarity of you, okay, what part of me is acting on faith and which part of me is acting on ego, acting on pride. Because a lot of people can say, oh, I have faith, I know, I'm good. Are you really? Or are you saying that because you don't want to face yourself? Are you saying that because the ego doesn't want to have to deal with the situation at hand? So whatever it is that you are working with or towards or about, whatever your storm is, if your storm is of a financial setting, if your storm is of a romantic setting or or friendship, whatever it is that your storm may bring, maybe it has nothing to do with anybody else. Maybe the storm is just within yourself and you're just tired of yourself. Maybe you're just working with, why is it that everything that I try just comes out different than what I expect? Then you need to re-examine yourself. What are you putting into it? What are you putting into your life? Are you taking care of yourself properly? Are you sleeping enough? Are you drinking enough water? Are you kind to yourself? And once you start working on yourself, then everything around you is going to work.
That builds faith. She just gave you the keys right there, guys. Right there, what she just said. Because that's what we really wanted to touch on today. We don't want to just talk about something here at Samadhi. We love giving you some kind of way that you can practice it and exercise it so you can truly live it. And the one thing that she said is taking care of yourself. How many of us don't take care of ourselves, but then we wait for others to show us, to help us, to do these things? So the one thing that I really wanted to touch on is how to allow faith in your life. Because when we go through life and we're waiting, we're giving everybody the responsibility of ourself. We're giving everybody, in another way responsibility can be interpreted as power. We're giving the excuse that someone has power over our own life. So we either blame them, we either criticize them, we either gossip about them, we either, avoid them, but really they're a reflection of ourselves that is building our faith. Because see, here's the thing, how to allow faith truly into your life, you got to break down the word into. How do you allow faith into your life? Faith in life. So you must go into yourself. So when you go into, the word into, separate those two words, it's into. You must go through your polarity. You must be willing to face everything of who you are to be able to go inside yourself. Because most people think they're going inside themselves, but they're going into the illusion of what they think they are, of what they've been told they are. So therefore they don't really dive deep into their consciousness because there's this other half that they judge. The resistance, they judge it. The fear, they judge it. The insecurity, the unknown, they judge it. Most people fear the unknown. That's why they don't go into their own consciousness. So when you get over your fear of the unknown, which is your fear of death, that's basically what it is the wanting and the need to survive. But the one thing I was talking with Ali yesterday, it was so beautiful in the car, that if we look at any animal that has survived, that hasn't become extinct, is because they were willing to adapt. And the willingness to adapt is they had to be able to transform. And the ability to transform brought their greater interior out, because our inner will compensate for what our environment brings. We have everything inside of us. That's what we see in the evolution of the soul within an animal. Now we have that same, and we have a deeper advantage. We have consciousness that we can truly do our own work instead of waiting for the majority of the species to evolve. See, that's what the animal world does. They wait for the majority of the species to evolve, therefore they can evolve. But we don't have to wait for the majority. We can be the majority within ourselves and be the example, be the mirror for others to see, whoa! And that's what I love what entrepreneurship is really about. They show what is possible because they step into their confidence. And one thing they talked about day before yesterday at the event, they talked about faith. And what they broke down was the actions that they took. And one thing that they said is, in the entrepreneur world, people say, oh yeah, you got it easy because you're making all the money. And one thing they say is, look, it's not easy because we had to really, everybody criticized us. When they said, oh, I got this dream, I got this project, I got this that I'm working on. Oh, you'll never be able to do that. But if they would have listened to everybody else, they would have become extinct. They wouldn't have been able to fulfill and reflect the power of the human spirit, the power of the soul. Now, congratulations to all of them living that example. We're going to go deeper here. It's not just about material riches, which is great. It's about spiritual, mental riches that exist inside of us. And when we can build that when we can build that skill, when we can allow ourselves to align to who we truly are by not judging the polarities within us, we will marry ourselves, we will merge into our deeper divine essence of who we truly are without judgment, because judgment can't go there. Discrimination can't go there. And what I mean by discrimination, racism can't go there. Because we discriminate ourselves. When we have a resistant thought and we discriminate it, we are robbing ourselves from the blessing of realizing something that is behind that, and that's the veil. When people say they're breaking through the veil, this is what it's truly meant. Is you're breaking through the veils of the illusion of what you thought you were to go deeper within yourself, and the veil reflects out here. See, many people are waiting for this veil to rip apart, to break out here. The veil of the illusion of the matrix, whatever we want to call that. But it's not just waiting out here. We break through the veil of our own self, of the thoughts, of the emotions that we think that we cannot break through, that we cannot transform because we're waiting for something to happen. We're waiting for the government to do something. We're waiting for the medical industry to do something. We're waiting for a new pill. We're waiting for this instant gratification because we're not willing to discipline ourselves and do that daily practice of loving ourselves, of questioning our own self, questioning reality. That way we can dig deeper within ourselves to experience what true faith was meant to be and is.
Yes. So, now with all that said, we're going to leave it right there, because what we desire really is for you to be able to reflect on the words that we tell you. When you watch this video, it's not for us to give you answers. It's for us to motivate you, to remind you, maybe just a little reminder, hey, go reflect, because only you know how far you are genuine with yourself, how far you've really gone on your path. The other thing is we'd love to invite you to sign up for our classes, because on our classes, either group or one-on-one, you can decide how deep you really want to go. Share our videos. Maybe there's someone who you would like to form a group with. Share the video, talk to them and say, hey, why don't we go ahead and start a group of our own with Ali and Michael and and get this done. Because, of course, you've seen our videos before, and I'm sure you know that Michael and Ali can sit here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, talking to you about the same subject and really get deep into it. But we want to be more, I wouldn't call the word discipline, because Michael and I are disciplined to a certain degree, but we just love to follow our hearts. And I really
Which
feel
is a
that,
discipline.
yeah, which
Let me tell you, following your heart
is
one of the
big
greatest
discipline.
disciplines because you gotta let go of the head.
Yes.
See, when Ali was talking about discipline, the greatest in that is a nutshell in faith. Because
It's
the one thing
no-
I was going to share about faith is if you have faith in God, but you don't have faith in you, you can't have faith in God.
Exactly.
Because you got to have faith in yourself because God is working through you. The Spirit is working through you.
Just remember, God gave us this temple. God, this is the only vehicle we have to move around on this earth, to spread our message and to be
Yes.
with others
And
and
we
to
didn't mean no
share,
offense.
collaborate.
Yeah, we didn't mean no offense if you practice whatever faith you do. But this is just to awaken you, hopefully to awaken you. Because
So thank you. We're going to go on. Thank you very much. Please share our messages. Please share our videos. Anyone, friends or not. Hey, it may really help one of those relationships that you're struggling with. If you have a challenge moment of sharing your words and not knowing how to reach out to them, share this message. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you again on Wednesday. Remember, Wednesdays we do our live for Tucker Bearden. So join us then. In the meantime,
So practice.
Remember your breathing. Remember to practice and reflect. Watch this video a second time if you need to, and just really reflect on where you are within yourself.
Yes.
You can't lie to yourself.
So don't wait anymore. Practice,
Yeah.
practice, practice.
Thank you, everyone.
Roxalva Garcia, thank you for joining us. Blessings, bendiciones.